You can put a stamp on that one and put it to the post office. It's gone.
Cedartown wins the region championship. Cedartown Bulldogs, the third region championship in a row.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA, 106.1 FM and AM 1340. Broadcasting online at WGAAradio.com and Facebook Live. And now, let's head down to the field for today's action.
Welcome to Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball, ladies and gentlemen, on your home of Cedartown High School Sports, WGAA, Cedartown Zone 1340. Always remember, when the Bulldogs play, you'll hear them on the Big AA. Jamie Newsom and Andrew Carter here on this lovely Friday afternoon at the Dog Pound to bring you this game between the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the Cass Colonels. One of two tonight. From the Dog Pound. Beautiful day for baseball, Andrew.
Yes, sir, Jamie. It really is a beautiful day indeed. Temperatures in the upper 50s right now. Bulldogs will be starting Everett Perkins on the mound for the Cedartown Bulldogs here in the second game of the three-game series. Dogs took care of the Cass Colonels 11-8 this past Tuesday, and Jamie, it was kind of a back-and-forth affair a little bit.
It was.
In that ball game. Cedartown, of course, had the grand slam in the first inning and led for most of the game. Cass got really close toward the end, but the Dogs able to put some distance between themselves and the Colonels, and we pick up the region win, a much-needed region win after getting swept by the Buccaneers the previous week.
Yeah, tough week.
Yeah, it was, but Cedartown with a chance to win the series with a win of one or of this game or the second game of the doubleheader coming up a little bit later. With Perkins on the hill, the hot-hitting Gavin Allred behind the plate. And we've talked about Gavin a lot, Jamie, but Gavin has been such a consistent hitter in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and he continues to do that, of course, with the grand slam and 6 RBIs in the ball game on Tuesday, looking for him to continue to hit well.
Yeah, he's had a lot of key hits at a lot of key moments for the Bulldogs this season, and he's been really hot of late. Cedartown is 6-8. 6-10 on the season, and the Colonels are 7-8 on the season. Overall is that in the region, the Colonels are 2 wins and 5 losses. Cedartown 3 wins and 4 losses on the region matchup this year.
Cass Colonels will lead off here. They're wearing gray jerseys with gold stripes and gold letters. And Everett Perkins, number 5, getting the start on the hill for the Bulldogs. We're just about ready to go. And the first pitch of the ball game is a swing and a miss for strike one.
Way to get started. Strike swung and missed on the inside part. Fastball to lead off the game.
That one misses high and tight. 1-1. Get to the Cass Colonels lineup here in just a moment. There's a pop up to the right side in foul territory, looks like. Yep, it'll land foul. Beyond everybody, kind of in that Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, the little Bermuda Triangle, but it was kind of a dying duck. Didn't have enough height to get anybody enough time to get over there and get up under it.
Zach Stiles, the second baseman, batting for the Colonels right now. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the leadoff batter. Rest of the defense here in just a moment for the Bulldogs. We mentioned Gavin Allred catching Everett Perkins. 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3, got the high strike, and that'll be out number 1. Rest of the defense, Ace Allen.
Batting next for Cass High School, number 1.
Ace Allen handling the hot corner over there. The shortstop is Caleb Formby. Second base, Owen Tweet Gerald. First baseman, Dalen Holiday today. Over in left field, it's Connor Peak. First the pitch. Inside, ball 1. Center fielder today is Samuel Formby, who started that game on Tuesday and went 4 strong innings. 1-0 pitch on the way. Hit on a line to shortstop and caught over there by Caleb Formby for out number 2.
Right at him. Didn't have to move his feet. All he had to do was get himself ready. Caught it right at the chest.
4.
Didn't have to move.
Hunter Lovett.
Hard hit ball, though.
It was. Jacob Yarber, by the way, manning right field. So 2 quick outs there as Nick Wright, the shortstop, lines out too short. And Hunter Lovett, the pitcher, will be the starting pitcher. Swings and misses for strike 1. Nothing in 1 the count here in the top of the first inning. 0-1 on the way. Chop toward third and a foul ball. And it's no balls in. 2 strikes. Chase Tatum, the first baseman, waiting on deck, but there are 2 outs. Delay kick and the pitch, and it's fouled straight back to the screen. Count will stay at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Perkins is ready. He'll deal. Called strike 3. Got him looking for out number 3. And that will end the inning. We retire the side right there as we head now to the bottom half of the first inning. Cass Colonels nothing, and the Cedartown Bulldogs coming up. 90-second break. We'll be back after this.
Bradford's Drug Store in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-3100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
Back to action here at Cedartown High School. No score through a half inning of play as the Bulldogs retired the Colonels in order, 1, 2, 3. And the starting pitcher for the Colonels, Hunter Lovett, who struck out looking to end the top of the first, is completing his warm-up tosses on the bump for the Colonels. For the Bulldogs, the lineup goes like this. Samuel Formby will lead things off. Ace Allen will bat second. Caleb Formby batting third. And the designated hitter, Jay O'Neill, will bat fourth. Batting fifth will be Gavin Allred, the red-hot Gavin Allred, I might add. Owen Tweet Jarrell will bat sixth. Batting seventh will be Dalen Holiday. In first base, Everett Perkins batting eighth. And batting ninth will be Jacob Yarborough. And that's your starting 9 for these Cedartown Bulldogs here in the bottom half of the first inning. Like to see those quick innings there, especially when you start out the first of a doubleheader.
Absolutely. Good for the Bulldogs. Get them off of defense, get them in here with the sticks in their hand. Top half of the first inning in the books, no score from the dog pound. The Bulldogs about to see if they can't get this offensive attack started.
Lovett, the pitcher, deals to Samuel Formby, and it's a chopper hit to shortstop. A slow roller. They're not going to get him. He's going to be safe. Infield
beat that out. Legged it out. That was a slow roller to the shortstop. I knew right off the plate he was going to have to charge that more aggressively than he did. Was he going to have a chance of throwing Formby out? Not an error by any stretch of the imagination. Just didn't close the gap on the ball, and the whole time he's not closing the gap, Formby is trucking down that first base line. So a leadoff infield single for the Bulldogs brings up Ace Allen.
Double alts, gets set. They'll throw over to first base, and kind of a close play there. They get Samuel sliding back in. So he had a pitch to be made to Ace Allen. Wouldn't be shocked if Samuel does try to go to second base here in this at bat. He doesn't go this time. Pitch is high and away for ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. In fact, they looked him back to first base. The first baseman, though, wasn't on the bag. Sheldon, the catcher for the Colonels. Johnson, Wright, Stiles, and Tatum from left to right in the infield. 1-0 pitch on the way. That one sweeps over the zone, but low. 2 balls and no strikes. Outfield from left to right is Lamb, Ilario, and Kane. 2 balls and no strikes, the count to Ace Allen, Dogs' third baseman. Big lead. They got him in the rundown. And he's going to get tagged, and that'll be out number 1.
Broke the steal and broke the steal just a hair too soon.
Just a hair too soon. So that'll erase the leadoff single by Samuel Formby, a base running mistake. He'll run into that first out. And still yet a pitch to be made to the plate.
There's about a quarter of a second between an outstanding jump and a you got picked off.
And that was a you got picked
and that
off.
was a you got picked off.
Right on the edge of it, too. So the count is 2 balls and no strikes. I do beg your pardon. There were 2 pitches that had to pass. That ball is rolled foul down the first base side, 2-1.
Well, and to give Lovett credit there, catching him broke too soon and not balking. Going textbook to flip it over to first instead of balking.
It's a fine line. Yeah, and Lovett, he did it right. Now time asked for by Ace and granted by the home plate umpire. I was asking Coach Johnson before this ball game whether or not we would see Jay O'Neill on the mound today, and he said we will. Depends on the situation, though. 2-1 pitch is skied a mile in the air down the right side. I think it's going to be out of play. It will be right over the fence and out of reach. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So he told me, Jamie, that if it's a close game toward the end of this game, he might close it. And if not, he would start game 2. Cedartown did use numerous pitchers, by the way, in that 11-8 win Tuesday against these same Cass Colonels at their place. Here comes the 2-2. Line to right center field, base hit. That's going to get all the way to the wall. No, he's going to cut it off, but it's going to be a double. And that base running mistake kind of earing its head right there, because I think he's either going to at least be at third base, maybe scoring on that play. Here's Caleb Formby with 1 out and a runner on second. And I think, watching that baseball, I mean, both of us could see clearly it was going to fall for a base hit.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see if Caleb Formby can drive home Ace Allen. Wind blowing straight in from center field. First pitch to Caleb Formby. A grounder hit weakly towards second base. He boots it at second, and everybody's going to be safe. Runners will be at the corners.
So E4 for the Cass Colonels puts runners on the corners for the Cedartown Bulldogs.
I mean, if he makes that play, he's going to get him. It's going to be close, but he's going to get him at first base. But Caleb was booking it down the line. Jay O'Neill, the batter, and Jay on Tuesday was 0 for 3, but he did have an RBI, and he walked twice. And we'll take a walk right here. We'll take a base hit, too, whichever. First and third, 1 out. Another pickoff move over, and they got it. I think we're just going to have to not have too big of a lead against this pitcher. He's already picked off 2 of our guys. So both Formby brothers are picked off.
So the difference between bases loaded and nobody out or runner on third, 2 out, has been 2 pickoffs.
Exactly. Jay O'Neill, swing and a miss, strike 1. Ace Allen still at third base. And I can just see Coach Johnson's mannerism over there. Just has his hands on his hips and shaking his head. Swing and a miss on that pitch that sweeps to the outside. It's now 0-2 to O'Neill. And this puts more pressure on Jay because Jay had runners at the corners. Now he's got 2 outs, and he's got to get a base hit to get a run in here. And he hits it hard to left center field, way back to that fence. It's going to be called.
Outstanding play by the left
Outstanding
fielder.
catch.
How
Lamb.
did he get to that?
That was Lamb. That's Landon Lamb making an outstanding catch, Jamie. He extended himself and made that diving catch.
Landon Lamb caught that ball with his back to the infield, parallel to the ground. How did he catch that ball?
I don't know. And I mean, it was sailing away from him. He dove backwards toward the fence and still got it in his glove.
Still got it in his glove. Outstanding play. There's no way on the radio I can describe you how impressive that catch was. Good job, young man.
We'll take a 30-second break and come back with the top of the second. No score after 1.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome back to baseball, Cedartown High School fans, on the Big AA. 1 inning in the books. With no score here from the Dog Pound. Cedartown taking on the Cass Colonels. Cedartown had an outstanding opportunity to score in the bottom half of the first inning, but a couple of base running mistakes followed by a highlight reel play by the left fielder for Cass shuts the Cedartown Bulldogs down with an unsuccessful bottom of the first.
Yep. It'll be back out on defense for the Bulldogs. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 as we retired the Colonels in order in the top of the first inning. It'll be Chase Tatum, Jacob Johnson, and Landon Lamb who made that outstanding catch in left field. He'll bat third in this inning. Already at the top of the second inning. Very quick first inning, even though Cedartown did have some traffic on the base pads.
Leading off for the Colonel, number 9, Chase Tatum.
Go ahead, run left stranded at third base. Here's Tatum. Tatum, the first baseman. As Everett Perkins climbs the hill, looks into the plate and delivers high and tight. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 pitch. Hit hard to shortstop. A good play there by our shortstop. Caleb Formby throws a strike over to Holiday at first base, and they got him for the first out.
Hit it right on the nose with a routine ground ball. 6-3 on the put out.
Jacob Johnson will bat now with 1 out. Everett Perkins. Perk deals. Called strike. He's looking pretty good right now.
He is. Working fast, working efficiently.
The wind in the 0-1 pitch. Strike 2. See that angle he came to the plate with?
Yes.
Almost like 11 o'clock. Delayed kick, and now the pitch. That breaking ball hits him on the helmet. And an unfortunate end to that at bat. On an 0-2 pitch, tried something a little bit different, and it clunked him on the helmet.
A breaking ball that didn't.
It did not.
Now batting for the Colonel, number 5, Landon Lamb.
Here's Landon Lamb. Made that outstanding catch in left field a little while ago.
Go first.
Johnson, the runner at first base. Stretch. throw over there, and he's back safely. Pitch on the way. Called strike. 0-1 the count. From the stretch this time with the runner on first. Long look in, and that pitch is low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
With a secondary lead as big as he's getting, I'm throwing behind him. Runner at first is bouncing off a little bit too close for comfort if you throw behind him.
And they do throw over there, and it's dropped, but he's not going to be far enough away to advance. Holiday runs the ball down, but he does not head to second base. One ball, 1 strike, the count. Perk deals, and he got the call. Maybe he didn't check his swing. Either way, it's a strike. It's 1-2 now. One, 2. Pops up to the right side. Right fielder Yarbrough there. He'll make the catch, run it back to first, and that's out number 2. You got FaceTime bombed.
I got FaceTime bombed by my lovely daughter, and she saw the handset and hung up on me.
Well, she didn't want you to talk about her on the air, which we just did.
Just did anyway. It's okay.
Lamb retired on the pop out. Here's Alario, the center fielder, and he was probably one of the best hitters we saw in the game Tuesday. So got to be careful here with 2 out. The runner's still at first base, and he's got that big lead over there. Pitch on the way. Strike called. It's 0-1.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Runner on first. 2 outs. No score. Top half of the second inning from the dog pound.
Stretch, and they'll throw to first, and closer play that time, but he's back in there. Everett Perkins looks over there. He'll throw again, and that one pops off his glove again, and he's going to turn and he's going to head to second base.
Make it standing up,
and he will. And here's what that does. I mean, now a base hit's going to give Cass the lead. So, and he hasn't really shown much of a sign that he's going to be running. He just has gotten big leads over there. So that's the second time it's gotten away, but the first time he's advanced to second base on the throwaway. That one misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. First error of the ball game. Dogs had 4 errors in the game against Cass. Allowed them to come back and get close. Here's the 1-1. Foul back to the screen. It's 1-2. See if Perkins can get out of this inning just by throwing pitches. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Looked at second, and the pitch. Outside, 2-2. Tried to get that outside corner, but he missed a bit too far out with it. Perkins set the 2-2. Low and away, full count. First full count of the game for Perkins.
There we go. Here we go.
Perk comes set, looks in, and the 3-2. Fouled away. in this inning. Ground ball, hit by pitch, fly out, and advance to second on a errant throw. And that's where we are right now. Runner on second with 2 outs. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the count to Ilario. And the payoff pitch. Breaking ball popped up. I think he might have swung at ball 4.
He did, in fact.
And he fouls it away.
Pops it out of play right behind the press box. So everybody will retreat and have the payoff pitch again. Important pitch early in this game with a runner in scoring position.
Big time. Popped up left side. Caleb Formby, the shortstop, backs up into the grass, makes the catch, and the Dogs leave that runner stranded. No hits, 1 left. We head now to the bottom half of the second. Cass Colonels nothing, Cedartown Bulldogs nothing. 60-second break.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big AA. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome back to high school baseball, ladies and gentlemen, on your home of the Bulldogs. Cedartown's on 1340 WGAA. An inning and a half in the books here from Cedartown High School, and no score. Your beloved Bulldogs playing the Cass Colonels here in the region matchup. Game 2 of a 3-game region set. Game 1 of a doubleheader tonight. Cedartown with a couple of mistakes, couple of runners getting picked off that cut down a scoring opportunity in the first inning, and then a thrown away pickoff move in the top half of the second inning almost cost them for the Bulldogs. But the score still remains locked up at 0-0. Gavin Allred, Owen Gerald, and Dalen Holiday due up in the bottom half of the second inning for the Bulldogs. Let's see, Andrew, if we can get these bats fired up and put a run up.
Well, the guy with the hottest bat is at the plate right now. That and Gavin Allred, 6 RBIs in the game on Tuesday, including a grand slam. He fouls that one away to the opposite field, 0-1. By the way, that was also his first varsity career home run, a grand slam. Pretty memorable, I might add.
Oh, yeah.
0-1 on the way. Called strike 2. Perhaps a little bit high. Lovett will wind and deal the 0-2. Tapper foul at the plate. Mentioned Cass in their gray jerseys. Dark gray jerseys, we should say, with the gold letters and numbers, gold stripe. Pitch on the way is hit in the air to center field. It's going to drift back to that wall. He's retreating back, and it's going to be a running catch on the backhand by Ilario for the first out.
If Cedartown had a warning track, that would be on the warning track.
He gave that a ride to straightaway center, but he was tracked down.
Into the teeth of that
Number 2.
wind blowing dead in from center field.
So a fly out there by Allred. Here's Tweet Gerald with 1 out. Pitch on the way. That's a little flare shot. That's going to drop for a base hit in front of the center fielder. So from a blast to a little
Seemed
looper.
like he got it somewhat up on the handle, but
Now batting
by
number
the sound
9.
of it.
J.D.
But got enough on it to
Holiday.
get it out into the grass of the outfield. So a 1-out single puts a runner aboard for Holiday.
Dalen Holiday playing the field as the first baseman today. Bats left against the right-handed throwing Lovett. Pitch on the way. A little tapper toward first base. That's going to be a foul ball, and it's going to be 0-1. Dogs, by the way, wearing, we were talking about uniforms, Dogs wearing their cream-colored uniforms with dogs and script in red on the front. Very clean look. Red stripe down the side, the red belts, red hats. Cedartown C with a pointed end on it on the top. No balls and a strike to Dalen Holiday, and he asks for time, and the ump gives it to him.
So did you happen to go to the Randy Travis show last night?
Well, I was actually signed up to work that show, being on the Civic Arts Commission, but we had a little doctor's appointment come up, and I was unable to go. Swing and a miss for strike two. Listen, that's one concert I wish I could have been at.
It was an outstanding show. I was very curious as to how it was going to play out.
But it was, yeah.
With someone singing cover for Randy Travis while he sat on stage. But it was an outstanding show.
Sold out. Sold out. Yeah.
In harmony.
Close to 1,000 people at that concert. There's a little tapper down the third base line. It will be tough. The throw goes to first, and they drop the ball at first base. Heading to third will be the runner.
So the only way that I could score that, folks, if I were the official scorer, which I'm not, I've got to score that at E3.
I think so.
The ball was inside of the box of the first baseman's arm length, and he got a glove on it and dropped it. I think I've got to call that an E3. Now, is it possible that there might have been a little collision between Holiday and the first baseman? Just something slight, that a little unintentional rub as he was getting to first, maybe. But I would have to throw that down as an E3.
And that's what the officials here are going to talk about. I think the Cass coach asked for an appeal on whether or not there was interference on that play. But that was a very, very quick discussion.
Well, and there's another show coming up at the auditorium that I'm pretty excited about.
It's the gospel,
next month.
The gospel program, isn't it?
Well, it's Daly and Vincent.
Yeah.
They do a lot of gospel, but they also do a lot of, say, Statler Brothers things.
Yeah. Throw to first base, and Holiday slides back in there. Holiday, not typically one you would expect to run, but they do looking back. I mean, with the success that Lovett's had at throwing out Cedartown base runners, why not? Breaking ball, that almost nicked his jersey. That's Everett Perkins, by the way, at the plate right now. And Perkins is ahead in the count, 1 ball, no strikes. So Gerald at third, Holiday is at first with 1 out here at the bottom of the second. Another chance for the Dogs here. Pitch on the way. Fouled off the end of the bat, 1-1. I know I did see some clips of when they opened Randy Travis's tour at Ryman Auditorium in Nashville.
Right.
And first the 1-1 pitch coming. Fouled at the plate. It'll be 1-2. I think actually Carrie Underwood was there, and Carrie Underwood was singing "Forever and Ever Amen." And then at the end of the song, she put the mic down to Randy, and he said, "Amen."
And the house did the same thing last night.
And I bet the house went wild.
That was the last. That was the last song.
Last song.
And he did that
and
at the very end.
Dupree, I'm sure, sung it toward the end. I'm guessing.
He did all the singing.
Yes, and I'm sure did a fantastic job. 1 ball, 2 strikes here back at the ball game. Perkins at the plate, and there's a ground ball to shortstop. That's going to score the run, and it's probably going to bring him home. That's going to probably be an infield hit, Jamie. Maybe. Either way, it's an RBI, and the Dogs lead at 1-0. We'll see how they score it.
It depends on how generous the scorer wants to be. It was going to be a very difficult play for the shortstop, backhanding it in the hole. to get that ball and get it over to first base in time to complete the out, but he did bobble it.
He did bobble it.
So we'll see how that's officially scored. But the Bulldogs have taken the lead in the bottom half of the second inning. 1 out in the inning. 2 runners still aboard, so Cedartown still threatening.
B.J. Flemister now running for Perkins over at first. So runners now
Reaches
first
on
and
an
second.
error,
Yep.
according to the official score.
Yep. So it will be an error. And now the 9th batter in the lineup, Jacob Yarber, will bat with 2 on and 1 out. Holiday, the lead runner at second base. Lovett deals a breaking ball for a called strike 1. Gerald scoring on that play a moment ago. The pitch. That one will bounce up there, and runners will advance up 90 feet to second and third. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Looked like it hit the plate and then bounced off the catcher's chest protector, went about 25 feet in the air. Plenty of time for the Cedartown runners to just take a relaxed trot 90 feet to the next base. Puts 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. 0-2 the count.
Here is the pitch, and that's outside for ball 1. I initially thought it was a ball, but I think he went around. May have been unable to check his swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss.
Going to be a play at the plate, maybe.
Yep. Nope.
No play, but a run score. So
the
a pass ball.
Yep.
Puts Cedartown ahead by a score of 2-0. Runner at second also advances to third.
So count the strikeout by Yarber, but he drives in the run.
And with the pass ball on the strikeout and first base unoccupied, he's trotted down to first base. So runners on the corners.
And that's back to the top of the order now, Samuel Formby. Throw to first base and sliding back in is Yarber. No. Formby singled on a hard ground ball towards shortstop and then was later retired on the base pads trying to get a big lead to second base. The pitch. That one hit in the air to shallow left field. Let's see if it's deep enough.
Score. Let's see.
Tag. Here comes the runner.
Play at the plate.
Flemister will be in there safely, and moving up to second base on the play was Yarbrough, so he will move up on the throw. And the Dogs now lead it 3-0.
With a sacrifice fly to left field. They had a chance to have made it a close play at the plate. The throw in was
Ace Allen
to the right. Probably, 10, 12 feet in foul territory off the plate the throw was.
And no chance to get him. Here's Ace Allen. Slow breaking ball, called strike 1. Good looking pitch there. Allen doubled his last time up. It was a little lace shot that just about split the gap. 0-1 is high and tight over his head. 1 ball, 1 strike now the count to Ace Allen. Caleb Formby waits on deck. Stretch by Lovett. The pitch. Grounded toward third and just foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A 3-spot so far here in the bottom half of the second. Just about all modes of styles of scoring runs has happened in this inning, just about.
You reckon?
How about a home run for the other mode? 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Ace can do it. He's got a couple of dingers this year. 1-2. Line foul the other way.
I think that one made it all the way up onto the football field.
Some folks watching the game from atop the hill over there. You got a pretty good view of the whole field from the hill up there where the visitors' bleachers are for Doc Ayers Field, Cedartown Stadium. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. At second base is Yarbrough. He leads away. The 1-2 on the way. A tapper up the middle, and the second baseman cuts it off. The throw to first, not in time. He's safe. Infield hit. And at third base goes Yarborough. So Allen is 2 for 2.
Sure is. That was just out of the extended reach of the pitcher when it came back, bounced over his head, misgloving that ball just by a couple of inches. And by the time it got out behind second base, they really had no chance to throw him out. Runners on the corners for the Dogs with 2 outs. Still batting in the bottom half of the second.
Stiles made a good play of making it close. There's a breaking ball for a called strike, and taking second base without a throw is Ace Allen. He's got it stolen.
Base hit could put up another 2 here.
He could. I believe that was a strike, and it was. Bouncing ball to the shortstop. The throw to first, out number 3 recorded on that one hopper. But the Bulldogs, Jamie, take a 3-0 lead.
They certainly do. So Cedartown, after having a disappointing effort there, us being stymied in the bottom half of the first inning, put up a 3 spot in the bottom half of the second inning, and that's where the score lies right now with 2 innings in the book. We'll take a 60-second timeout, and we'll be back to more Bulldogs baseball here on the Big Double A.
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big Double A.
Welcome back to Bulldogs baseball, ladies and gentlemen. Top half of the third inning about to be underway here from Cedartown High School. Cedartown leading by a score of 3-0 against the Cass Colonels. Sheldon, Kane, and the top of the order Stiles due up for Cass.
And the first pitch is a pop-up to the left side, and it's going to drift out of play and foul for strike 1. Nothing in 1 the count. By the way, Cedartown soccer in action tonight. They're up at Bill Chappell Field in Dalton. A clash of likely the top 2 teams in the region for boys. One pitch is hit on the ground to third. Nice stop there by Ace Allen. He'll throw over to first. They got him. What a play. Had time to double clutch, too.
Well, and I'm glad he double clutched. That ball was a hot shot hit down the third base line. Ace has to go to his belly to get to that ball, and when he bounced up, he was a little off balance. But he recognized, okay, I've got time to double clutch, take a breath, and throw a strike. So not only a good physical play, but a good mental play, recognizing what was going on, throwing a strike.
That one misses. 1 ball, no strikes to the following batter. This is Kane, the right fielder. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. What I was saying was Cedartown and Dalton playing at Dalton today. The boys, Dalton boys are number 1 in the state. Cedartown boys are number 8 in the state. Swing and a miss for strike 2, 1-2. The girls they should be underway right now. The boys will play about 7:30 this evening. 1-2 pitch from Perkins. Just missed the outside corner, 2-2. And a lot of eyes will be on the boys soccer matchup tonight. 2 powerhouse teams. Dalton always puts up a good soccer program, and Cedartown has definitely worked their way up that way as well. And another hit batsman on a breaking ball, Jamie, that got away from him.
The same thing as in the last inning, hit him right in the top of the helmet.
And not a hard pitch. I mean, you know.
No, it was a breaking ball that just didn't and then catches him right on the crown of the helmet, that's one that don't even really ring your bell. Now, when a fastball hits you in the ear hole of the helmet, that's different. But a curveball that kisses the top of your helmet as it goes by, that's the easiest hit by pitch trip to first base you ever get.
Well, the helmet does its job. It definitely absorbs that blow, even though it's not much of one anyway. Back to the top of the order, here's Zach Stiles. Stiles 0 for 1 with a strikeout his last time. Stretch by Perkins, and the pitch. Upstairs, ball 1. Lead away from first base. The stretch of the pitch on the way from Everett Perkins. Popped up to the right side. Holiday giving chase, but he's going to run out of room. 1-1.
Top half of the third inning from Cedartown High School. Cedartown leading 3-0 against the Cass Colonels.
Perkins comes set. 1-1 pitch on the way. Misses outside. And a bit low as well, 2-1. Two-one delivery. There's a called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. To Stiles. Perkins trying to record his third strikeout here. Take that. We'll take a ground ball to an infielder. Either way would work. Just missed the outside corner, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Kane leads away from first. He reached on a hit batsman. Pitch on the way is popped foul out of play. We'll do it again on a 3-2 count.
Thought Kane would be moving on that play, on that pitch. Was not.
I mean, he might at least leap toward second base. He leans that way. Ground ball to short. 6-4. And nope, not going to get him. Jamie, not that the play was a little too slow developing, but the runner was heading down the line really quickly, and probably the best idea to put that in your pocket and just get that lead runner.
Well, I would rather get the lead runner assured than get nobody rushing the play.
Yes. Or get just one, throw it away, and you still got a runner at second base.
Yeah. If there's something like that happen, there's a little bobble, there's a doubt, take the sure out.
So Stiles hits into the fielder's choice. Runner goes to second, throw over there, and it was to the third base side of the bag. If it's to the second base side, they've got him by a mile. But it's still second base.
If the throw's on the bag or a foot or so up the first base line, he's out by 6 feet. But the throw was, 2 or 3 feet up the third base line, no way to recover.
So once again, the Colonels have a runner in scoring position. 0-1 pitch. Grounded through the left side, and that's the first base hit for the Colonels. Stop sign applied at third base by the third base coach, and Stiles will stop there.
And you see what happened there. The Cedartown shortstop is leaning towards the bag, filling his role as covering second base, keeping the runner close to the bag, and then
now batting for the Colonel.
That ground ball is hit right where his normal shortstop position would be. Shows you the importance of that getting that runner to second on that steal. If that runner's still standing at first base, shortstop's in his normal defensive position, that's a routine ground ball.
Here's Lovett, the pitcher, who struck out his last time up. And he's going to pop that one up behind us and out of play, 0-1. Hunter Lovett. Perk comes set and looks in. The 0-1 pitch, runner goes. It's a ball, I guess. Looked like a pretty good pitch, but dropped there by Allred behind the plate, and the runner will take second base, and they're at second and third now, and the tying run now in scoring position. So this at-bat comes pretty key right here. Popped up in the infield. Will it stay in play? Catcher, Allred makes the catch right in front of our field, Mike, and retires the side and leaves 2 aboard, Jamie.
Cass threatened there, but nothing doing. So with 2.5 in the books, the score remains Cedartown 3, Cass 0. We'll take a 60-second timeout and be back to more Bulldogs baseball here on the Big Double A.
Looking for great deals? Stop by Livewire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawn mowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space, they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus, 546 North Main Street in Cedartown, 678-861-5021.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Georgia needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
O'Neill, Allred, and Gerald due up for the Cedartown Bulldogs in the bottom half of the third inning as our Bulldogs lead the Cass Colonels by a score of 3-0 here from Cedartown High School. Cedartown and Cass in Game 2 of a 3-game region set. First game of a doubleheader today. Cedartown had a big 3-run inning in the second, and now hoping, Andrew, to pick up right where they left off and put some more runs on the board.
We'll see if they can do that with Jay O'Neill, the designated hitter, leading things off for the Bulldogs here. In the bottom half of the third inning, Cedartown scoring 3 runs in the second inning in different ways, as we were mentioning earlier. First pitch to O'Neill, hits it on the ground to second base. Took a funny hop there, but he handled it well. Throws to first in time, and 1 pitch, 1 out.
Well, and that's both times O'Neill's been up to the plate that he's hit the ball right on the screws. First time he was robbed of an extra base hit by an outstanding play out in left field. And that time hit it right on the nose, but to the second baseman. So 0 for 2 today, but really hit the ball well both times.
Here's Gavin Allred, who's 0 for 1 on the afternoon. First pitch to Allred. Low and away for ball 1. Some region scores for you, thanks to our buddy Eric, who's watching us on YouTube. Altoona leading Southeast Whitfield in the second inning 4-0. Dalton a 7-1 lead over Woodland. Grounded toward first base. He'll take it himself. Going to be a race to the bag, and he will win it. That'll be out number 2. And in the third, Cartersville leading 3-0 over Hiram. Region scoreboard, thanks to Mr. Eric Allen, our big fan of our broadcast. He's a Cartersville fan and loves watching our games on the on YouTube. So we appreciate that. Appreciate all the scores. 2 outs, nobody on base. There's Owen Tweet Gerald, who's 1 for 1 with a run scored. He'll take a called strike 1. Lovett deals his 38th pitch, and that one bounced off the mask, I think, of the catcher, and that kind of rung his bell a little bit.
Yeah, that's a bell ringer.
Tweet headed over to his coach and the home plate umpire.
Yeah, that mask, I mean, I've been there. It's been a minute, but you catch one right off the face mask with a direct, I mean, it prevents injury.
Yeah, well, in Shelton,
but it does not feel good.
And Shelton has that hockey-style mask. It's got a lot of plastic on the front of it, or not plastic, but that hard material. 1-1 on the way, and that one misses inside. 2-1 the count. So that had more hard surface to hit off of than, say, a traditional wire mask that, like what the home plate umpire is wearing. But, people like the hockey mask better. Some people like the traditional mask. 2-1 misses away, 3-1. Of course, when you played ball, I don't think they had the hockey mask in baseball yet.
No, they did not.
They had the helmets, though. They did have helmets. 3-1 pitch.
Now, Andrew, I'm old, but yes, we had helmets. And they weren't leather.
No, they weren't leather helmets. They weren't acrylic either. They were flat. They were.
Yeah.
Day Holiday.
Here's Day Holiday. Dogs first baseman. Holiday 0 for 1, reached on an error his last time.
The turned around backward hard
Yes.
cap.
Kind of like what, Javi Lopez wore that well, I thought. That one missing outside for ball 1 ball and no strikes. Brian McCann more recently. But the hockey style is really kind of taken over in the majors. 1-0 the count. Lovett deals. That one misses away. 2 balls and no strikes to the left-handed batting Dalen Holiday. Sheldon also, he does that traditional catcher squat. He does it on, there's a throw down to first base. Because we see a lot of catchers these days, they'll go down to one knee to catch. But Sheldon catches
old school,
the old school way. Pitch on the way. Line foul off the netting. 2-1.
2 balls and 1 strike to count to Holiday. Runner on first. 2 outs. Cedartown leads 3-0. Bottom half of the 3rd inning.
2-1 the count. 2 outs. Dogs trying to add some additional runs to the scorecard. 2-1. Hit to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. An opposite field base hit there for Dalen Holiday. He's reached base both times, this time with a base hit. And they're at first and second now with 2 outs.
Good piece of hitting there. Got handcuffed on a ball that was a little bit inside. Not inside enough to take. 2 outs. Didn't try to do too much with it. Didn't try to pull it and dink it to the pitcher. Just take it where it was, take what he had, push it out there to left field, trot down to first base with a single.
Everett Perkins with a sack RBI his last time. Missing outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Stretch in the pitch. Strike. 1-1. Gerald, the lead runner at second base, would almost certainly score on a base hit. Ball hit to deep straightaway center field, but it's going to be playable again for Ilario. He's there to make the catch, and that'll be out number 3.
So nothing doing for the Cedartown Bulldogs in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. The score remains 3-0. We'll take a 60-second timeout. We'll be back to more Bulldogs baseball here on the Big Double A.
Shop local and save big at Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown. High-quality hand-cut meats and produce and low-priced national brand name dry groceries and lots more. And while you're there, stop and get something fresh and delicious from the deli. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10%, 430 South College Street in Cedartown across from the post office. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sundays. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown.
Hey, it's the Border Mexican Restaurant located at 718 North Main Street right here in Cedartown. They serve a wide variety of your favorite Mexican food made fresh daily. Great food, great fun. It's great for the whole family. Come see us at the Border Restaurant right here on Main Street in Cedartown, or you can call for takeout at 678-246-1031. The Border Mexican Restaurant is the best Mexican food north of the border. That's the Border Restaurant right here in Cedartown.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big Double A.
And we're back to Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big Double A, Cedartown Zone, WGAA. 3-0, Cedartown leads against the Cass Colonels here at Cedartown High School. Top half of the fourth inning about to be underway. Andrew, tell them who we got batting.
We've got batting. I don't know. I'll have to look.
Number 9.
It'll be Tatum, followed by Johnson and Lamb. Middle of their lineup now. And Perkins on the bump. Jamie, he's been great through 3 innings.
Yes, he has. He's done a real good job.
Just 1 hit allowed, and that was that hit in the previous inning.
Been in a couple of jams where Cass has threatened to score, but been able to shut them down.
And this is a key start, with Perkins out there, and if the Dogs can get themselves a comfortable lead, he could go the distance and really rest that bullpen for that. Because if Jay O'Neill starts the third game of this series,
the 3 innings is what you can expect.
You're going to have bullpen help, so you definitely would like to see him go some innings here. First pitch to Tatum is drilled down the left field line. It's going to be well foul. That was a bomb, but it did go foul. 0-1 the count. Perkins deals. Through the breaking ball that missed too low. 1 ball, 1 strike. One. Foul tipped at the plate. 1-2. Tatum's a big fella.
Yeah, he is.
1-2 is hit off the end of the bat and foul. Still 1-2. Typical first baseman.
Yeah, I don't know if the young man's got power, but he looks like he would.
1-2, just missed outside. 2-2. Thought the same thing when we did the game on Tuesday at Cass. Breaking ball missing upstairs, and the count now full at 3-2. That's the same pitch that he's hit 2 batters with. That time it was a little farther over the plate, but way too high.
Payoff pitch.
And here it is. Just got a piece and fouled it back. And I think Tatum would like to have that pitch back. He probably would have taken it. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch. Hit sharply to shortstop. Formby picks it up, throws to first, got it.
Good smooth play out at the shortstop to retire the batter. 6-3 on the put out. 1 out the top half of the fourth inning. 3-0 Cedartown from Cedartown High School.
Johnson.
Jacob Johnson, the third baseman. So we go from first to third here. And the first pitch. Wow, must have been in. Ball 1. Like a good pitch.
I believe it was.
1-0 pitch on the way. Breaking ball. That one too far in as well. 2-0.
Yeah, the batter Johnson tightened up. He thought he was going to get hit, and he was just going to take it.
Strike called, 2-1. I think Johnson might have been hit by pitches last time up because he's got an offer. It is tripped, and there's a strike 2 call, 2-2.
Live there.
Absolutely. If he hits that ball, it's going to be a ground ball. He went a bit too far outside that time. It was the same pitch, though, and it misses ball 3. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Perkins winds, deals a 3-2, and it's hit on the ground to shortstop. Formby picks it up, bobbled for a moment, still has time to throw over there, and they got it. Out number 2. That's a tough play for the shortstop to have to range over to second base. He got in front of it, knocked it down, And that's one thing that, in the game Tuesday, Caleb tried to backhand a few baseballs, and they would go through and get through for a base hit. So he just got his body in front.
Yeah, you got to keep it in front of you. If you can keep it in front of you and keep your head about you, especially on a more solid hit ball like that, if he doesn't field it cleanly, but he can keep it in front of him, he's still got a chance.
Landon Lamb took ball one, then swung and missed at the second pitch he saw. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
The backhanding the ball should only be used when that's all you've got.
Swing and a miss, 1 and 2. Lamb 0 for 1. And the 1-2. Hit in the air to left field. Should be playable by Peak. Drifts back, makes the catch over the shoulder, and that'll be out number 3, Jamie.
Certainly will. So with the top half of the 4th inning closed, Cass still has a line of zeros across. Cedartown also, with the exception of that 3-run second inning, which makes the score 3-0 Cedartown. We'll take a 60-second timeout, and then we'll be back for more baseball here on the Big AA.
Bradford's Drug Store in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated good neighbor pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-3100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated good neighbor pharmacy. Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, to Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA. Cedartown ahead by a score of 3-0, about to get underway in the bottom half of the 4th inning, with the bottom of the order, Yarborough, followed by the top of the order in Formby and Allen, due up for your beloved Bulldogs. We'll see if we can't pick up where we left off back in the 2nd and widen this gap between us and the Colonels. Here's Andrew with the call.
Thank you, Jamie. Yarborough 0 for 1 with a strikeout, but he reached base on that strikeout. It was a drop third strike. And Yarborough asked for time, and it's called, and it's given. The wind, the pitch. Grounded toward third. Picked over there. The throw to first will be in time. That
Third
was
baseman
Johnson.
was playing up on the grass and had him played perfectly. Didn't have to move his feet.
Johnson to Tatum. 5-3 on the putout for the first out of the inning, and that's back to the top of the order now with Samuel Formby.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 6, Samuel Formby.
Formby 1 for 1 with a run batted in. The pitch. Hit fouled down the right side. Strike 1. Lovett with his 52nd pitch. The pitch. Little nubber down the first base side. That's going to roll and stay fair. The throw to first, not in time. It's going to be an infield single.
That ball was hit off the tip of the bat.
Did you see that it started foul and went fair?
It did. It's because it had about 4,000 RPMs of spin on it.
I know.
It started off like the first bounce. It was a good 4 inches foul, and then it spun up, kicked over into fair territory, and the third baseman said, yeah, well, there you go.
Fantastic.
So I got to deal with that.
Yeah. Ace Allen, Jamie, 2 for 2 in both of his at-bats.
So an infield hit has a runner aboard for the Bulldogs with 1 out for Ace Allen.
Throw over to first base, and sliding back in is Samuel Formby. I got a hint. you got to hand it to Lovett, even for a right-handed pitcher, a great pickoff move.
So let's not help him out.
No, let's not. He's already thrown out 2 of our guys today. And another throw down at first and a quick tag applied by Tatum, but he's safe. That's how the first inning started. Samuel Formby reached on a base hit and then was picked off. Breaking ball, that was a good pitch and fought off there by Ace Allen, strike 1.
Better hope you don't have me.
Another throw to first and another close play. I'm telling you, poker face is Lovett right now.
Yes.
With that throw to first base. Just when you don't think he's going to throw, he does it. No balls and 1 strike. He kind of caught me off guard. Stretch by Lovett, the pitch. Breaking ball, fouled away again, strike 2.
Well, and you just got to be smart over there at first base. He's picked off 2 of our runners so far, and he's got a good move. Those plays have been close over there at first. Don't make a mistake.
Go ahead.
0-2 count to Ace Allen. Lovett throws again to first, and that was a much closer play. And
the ball got him somewhere. Did the ball get him in the face? Did the ball get him in the neck?
Coach Johnson
but he was hit by that ball.
Coach Johnson
may have got him in the mouth.
Yeah, ran over there quickly. Our trainer Ben Truitt also out there to take a look at him.
I mean, he's standing up at first base. I mean, we're not seeing a serious injury, but
it sure didn't feel good.
But it didn't feel good.
Yeah.
Well, and then you got to qualify what's a serious injury. I mean,
well, I would say
if a person gets a tooth knocked out, that's not life-threatening, but it's serious. Now, no, folks, I didn't say that happened.
No,
that
did
was
not.
That was an example.
Or
folks.
if a limb was bent the wrong way, that would be very serious.
Yeah.
But nothing like that happened at all. So everybody's back where they're supposed to be. The count's still 0-2 to Ace Allen. We'll get off the morbid bit and go back to baseball.
Well, you have to be careful on the radio that people can't see.
Runner
what
goes,
we're
that one
seeing.
gets away, and I mean, Samuels was going to have it stolen anyway, despite the wild pitch.
You go to giving an example and don't make it clear it's an example, you might have somebody's grandma upset.
Yeah, the Orson Welles effect.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
1-2 the count now with Formby now in scoring position at second base. After getting hit by that throw, he promptly jumps up and is like, I'm not going to take a chance anymore. I'm just going to go to second base.
Just run on to second. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count, 1 out. Cedartown with a runner in scoring position at second. Ahead 3-0 in the bottom of the 4th.
Chance to maybe stretch the lead a little bit more. 1-2 pitch to Ace. Outside, 2-2. Caleb Formby waiting on deck. The stretch, and they'll look Samuel back to second base without a throw. Altoona peppering Southeast Whitfield with some offense. That one back to the backstop and outside, 3-2 into third base easily goes Samuel Formby, so he's 90 feet away. And it's a 3 ball, 2 strike count. 12-0 lead for Altoona over Southeast Whitfield in the 3rd inning.
Wow.
That'll probably be a run rule. Altoona, arguably the best team in this region. They've already taken 2 out of 3 against Cartersville. They'll probably win the region championship. High chopper up the middle, and they've got the runner hung up. And now, did he get tagged? I don't think the ball ever touched him, did it?
Umpire said he did.
So Samuel gets caught in the rundown again, and that'll be a fielder's choice. Out number 2. But that time, Jamie, he got kind of caught in.
Well,
he got caught in a zone where,
you're on third base.
Yeah.
The infield is in on the grass. The infield's priority is you over there at third base. I know if he had that to do over again, he'd stay put, force them to make the out at first base.
Caleb Formby at the plate 0 for 2, takes a called strike 1.
Even if he's not able to advance and score on the put out at first, he's still alive at third instead of the runner at first on the fielder's choice. If he had that to do over again, he'd do it differently.
No balls and a strike to Caleb Formby. Lovett deals. Breaking ball popped up to the right, and that'll be out of play, 0-2. Allen leads away from first. Not too far, though. And they will throw over there again and get him to slide back in. And one thing you can say about Lovett, he is not afraid to throw to first base. He's done it a lot today and had some success. 0-2 pitch, runner goes. It is hit on the ground to third. Gets to pass for a base hit. To third base goes Ace Allen, and now he bobbles it out there. The green light will be applied. Here comes the throw. He's going to score from first base, and it's a 4-0 lead for the Dogs. So a couple of things there, Jamie, happened. It got past the third baseman, and the left fielder kind of bobbled it. That bobble allowed him to score.
Well, we were talking earlier about the backhand. You use the backhand when you have no other option. He backhanded that ball instead of taking a step to his over and fielding it in front of him. So that backhand cost him. Then the ball gets out to left field. Left fielder bobbles it a little bit. And Ace Allen never let off the accelerator. You're going to have to throw me out.
So Caleb Formby, a double. And then that error, there's a line drive foul the opposite way, strike 1.
With 2 outs, Ace Allen was just, I'm scoring unless y'all throw me out.
Yep. So Cedartown with a 4-0 lead here in the top of the 4th. Love at the stretch. The pitch. Jay hits it hard on the ground to third. This time he will pick it up. The throw will go on to first, and it's in time to retire the side. Dogs pick up another run, Jamie.
They do, in fact, to make the score 4-0. With 4 innings in the books here from Cedartown High School. We'll take a 60-second timeout to let you hear a few words from our Bulldog sponsors, and then we'll be back for more baseball here on the Big Double A.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big Double A.
Welcome back to Bulldog Baseball, folks. Jamie Newsom and Andrew Carter bringing you high school baseball action here on Cedartown's own 1340 WGAA. Cedartown ahead by a score of 4-0 against the Cass Colonels here at home. Game 1 of a doubleheader, which is game 2 of the 3-game region matchup. Top half of the 5th inning about to be underway. I look at this, Andrew, and I say the score is closer than the game. Cedartown has had a lot of opportunities to score that we have not cashed in on. Maybe not a lot, but we've had a few times that we made a couple of mistakes, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
But that notwithstanding, we're ahead by a score of 4-0.
Well, and through 4 innings, Everett Perkins has done really good. I mean, 64 pitches, 42 strikes, 4 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 2 strikeouts, no walks. That's another big thing. No walks.
Yeah, it is. So if we're going to be honest on the criticism, let's be honest on the compliments. The Dogs have come together when they needed it, when they've allowed some guys to get on base or some guys to advance on the bases. They've shut them down. They've come back, and Perkins has done an outstanding job on the mound. Good pitching performance, pitching now into his 5th inning, and these Dogs are looking good overall right now today.
And I might say quite a good job of timing that song out. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
The break on through to the other side.
That's it. Alario, the batter, 7, 8, 9. Sheldon and Kane due up. Line drive to the left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. It's going to roll to the corner. It's going to be the first extra base hit for them. And Alario will have himself a double standing up. And that was hit pretty hard there and rattled around the corner. Pete goes to get it, but not before.
All the way down to Tank in the corner.
That's right. Here's Jay Sheldon, the catcher.
Now batting number 8, Jay Sheldon.
Sheldon. By the way, Lario now 1 for 2. Sheldon 0 for 1. Looked to second by Perkins. The pitch. A little serve to the right side. Yarbra's there. He's got the catch. The runner will tag. The throw toward third. Good-looking throw. It's just a bit off line, but the throw was in plenty of time. But it was a bit off line. But a good throw, nevertheless, from right field.
Number 14, Joey.
So Lario advances to third base on the fly ball to right. Now a chance for Joey Kane, the right fielder, to maybe drive home the first cast run. 4-0 lead for the Bulldogs here in the top of the 5th. Kane fouls that one back for strike 1. Kane back in the 3rd inning was hit by a pitch in his only appearance at the plate. That one fouled away at the plate. Strike 2. Perkins will deal his 70th pitch here. And here it is. And that is a foul ball.
Got off the heel of the bat. Tried to check his swing, caught on the heel.
He didn't go around, but like you said, it did hit the heel of the bat. That was that little soft thud you heard. 0-2, breaking ball just a bit inside. What would you call that pitch there, Jamie?
A ball.
It was a ball. 1 and 2.
No, it was a curveball, slow curve.
But that slow curve, if you can start that ball in like that and get it to go over the plate against that right-handed batter, though.
Yes.
I mean, it's unhittable and it just buckles your knees. 1-2. Tried the same one, got the call that time, right on the inside corner for out number 2. That's exactly what you wanted right there on the curveball. That's, and he's been trying to throw that curveball in the right spot all day.
And there's been a couple of times that he didn't break it off, didn't finish it, left it hanging. But that time he finished it, started it out about his rib cage, and it buckled his knees and broke across the plate.
Styles, the batter, fouls it away for strike 1. So 2 outs, and now the runner still at third in Lario. Styles 0 for 2 with a strikeout. This is 3rd appearance at the plate. We're in the top half of the 5th. Perkins winds and deals. Chopper to third, foul ball. And it's quickly 0-2.
Goes that?
No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way from Perkins. Hit in the air to center field. Long run for the Dogs. That is going to be down at the fence, and it's going to score the first run. We were playing pretty shallow. The throw comes into second base, and it's going to be an RBI double for Stiles. And Cass is on the board, 4-1. Samuel Formby was playing very shallow, and he had to run a long way to even get close to getting to it. But the Colonels get a 2-out run. It's 4-1.
He did, and the ball went to the deepest part of the field and hit maybe a foot up on the wall. So, I mean, he gave it a good ride. Even playing at a normal center field position, not playing shallow as he was, he has a hard time getting to that ball.
Pitch on the way to right, and that one bounces up there for ball 1. So there goes the shutout. With the lead still intact, a 3-run lead for the Dogs, 4-1. Right, 1 for 2. There's a foul tip, 1-1 the count. Colonels have 3 hits on the afternoon. Perkins with a 1-1. Hit on the ground to shortstop. Formby picks that one up and throws on the run. Throws a bit wide, but did he get the tag on?
It looked like he got the tag on.
No, he did not.
The umpire's saying he didn't. Maybe he made a quick stab at him right after. He had to come off the bag to pick that ball, to short pick it, and then swing his glove around and try to tag him as he went by. Of course, the umpire had a much better angle on that one than I did, but it was close.
They'll give an error on that play. And that'll bring up Hunter Lovett, the pitcher. Chance to help himself here. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. He represents the tying run. Breaking ball hits him on the back, and the bases are loaded. So now the tying run is at first base, and the go-ahead run comes to the plate.
So Cedartown was very close to getting out of that inning, Andrew, without putting up a run. Cass did manufacture it, a leadoff single, and then a sacrifice fly out to right. A leadoff double, and then a sacrifice fly out to right that gets him to third base. Then the double out to the wall in center field. So, it was not mistakes or errors or anything, how might we say it, boneheaded on the part of the Bulldogs that did that. Cass put that run up. They earned that run. But now Cedartown with another hit batsman has loaded the bases here, and Cass continues to threaten. 2 outs in the top half of the 5th inning. Score stands now at 4-1 with the bases full of Colonels.
Well, and I think with Perkins, when what's worked for him is painting that outside corner against the right-handed batters, throwing the fastball, and if he can locate that thing well, don't.
Now batting for the Colonels, number 9, Chase Tatum.
He's had the breaking ball working a little bit, but it hasn't been his most reliable pitch.
And of course, you would know it. The big number 9, Tatum, the cleanup hitter.
Tatum is 0 for 2. There's a called strike 1, 0-1. 0-1 on the way. Bounced up there and a good stop by Allred, 1-1. Late in the ball game, Cedartown surrendered several runs. It was a 7-0 lead for Cedartown at one point. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Good pitch there from Perkins, and he's a pitch away from getting out of this inning. But Cedartown gave up runs and had some errors late that got Cass really, really close. They got within 1 run. 1-2 pitch on the way from Perkins. Popped up to the left side. Do we have a play on it? Double out underneath. And Ace Allen makes the catch. The bases are left loaded in the inning. Only one run comes across, Jamie.
Wow, that's a great turn of events for Cedartown. But, you had two solid doubles in that inning, and then a hit batsman. Wind up with the bases loaded with your cleanup hitter, big power hitter up, and then able to get an infield a pop fly to lead them just at one run. So the Cass Colonels seriously threatened the Bulldogs here in the top half of the fifth inning, but only come up with one run. So the score remains Cedartown 4, Cass 1 with 4.5 in the books. We'll take a 60-second timeout and be back from Bulldogs baseball on the Big Double A.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, two Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer. And that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big Double A is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big Double A. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big Double A.
Welcome back to Bulldogs baseball, folks, on Cedartown's own 1340 AM WGAA, your home of Cedartown Bulldogs sports, baseball, basketball, football, soccer. Cedartown leads by a score of 4-1 here in this region matchup against the Cass Colonels. Bottom half of the fifth inning underway. Here's Andrew with the call.
Thank you, Jamie. Bulldogs leading off in the inning, and a swing and a miss there by Gavin Allred, strike one. No balls and one strike. Allred quiet at the plate in 2 appearances. He's 0 for 2. But red hot in the game Tuesday with 6 RBIs and a grand slam. There's a tapper foul at home plate. No balls and 2 strikes now the count.
Come on, Gab, you got it.
Lovett still on the hill. He's up to 65 pitches. High chopper to shortstop. Wright will pick that up and throw to first, and that's in time to retire Gavin Allred. He's 0 for 3 in this game. So here's Owen Gerald. Gerald is 1 for 1, a run scored, and he's walked once, so he's had a good day at the plate.
Now batting, number 2, Wheat Gerald.
First pitch to Tweet. Comebacker to the mound. Underhand toss to first. Lovett to Tatum, and that's out number 2. Quick outs here in the home half of the 5th inning. So Gerald is out. That'll bring up Dalen Holiday. Day is 1 for 2 with a run scored.
Now batting, your first baseman, Day Holiday.
5th inning scores. Alatoona 17, Southeast Whitfield nothing. No hitter in that ball game. High chopper to first base. Pitcher covering at first, and that'll be out number 3 in a very quick bottom half of the 5th inning. So we head now to the 6th inning. Nothing doing for the Bulldogs. We'll be back after this 90-second break on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673. Looking for great deals? Stop by Livewire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawn mowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space, they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus, 546 North Main Street in Cedartown, 678-861-5021.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome back to Bulldogs baseball, folks, on Cedartown's own WGAA. Cedartown ahead by a score of 4-1 against the Cass Colonels. Top half of the sixth about to be underway with Johnson, Lamb, and Alario due up for the Colonels. Pitching change for the Cedartown Bulldogs. Jay O'Neill comes in relief. We'll look and see if we can't find the so for Perkins, we've got 5 innings pitched, given up 3 hits, 1 run. It was an earned run. Gave up no walks. Now, he did have 2 hit batsmen, but no 4-ball traditional walks, and 3 strikeouts. So a good pitching performance for Perkins to get these Bulldogs set up for this region win. He hands the ball off to Mr. Jay O'Neill to see if he can't come in here and close the book for these last 2 innings.
This is the first relief appearance for Jay this year. He usually will start ball games. This will be, I believe, his I think it's 3rd appearance.
Third or
4th.
3rd or 4th, but I think 3rd.
Leading off for the Colonel, number 15.
I know he pitched in that away set Friday.
Yeah, and he pitched, so this is his 4th, because he pitched against Villarica as well in a non-region game, and he's pitched against Allatoona. And pitched against, pitched in that previous series as well. First pitch, Steve Reich, 0-1.
That ball had some mustard on it.
I think in the series at Allatoona, he was in the low 90s, 91, 92 miles per hour. 0-1 pitch from Jay. That's a strike. It's 0-2.
Yeah, his dad sent me a text message with a picture of the radar gun.
Oh, you must be on the list, too. I got the same one.
At 92.
Yep. Good to see his velocity back up there.
And Danny.
0-2. Line to right field, base hit.
Danny P. O'Neill, the grandfather of Jay, just sent me that one was 90. So he fought it off and poked it out to right field for a single. But Jay looking good. You love to see that with Jay after the struggles he's had in his prep career with injury, to be back like that.
Swinging a
Blew
miss.
that fastball by him.
Nothing won the count. This is Landon Lamb. Lamb is 0-2. 0-1 pitch. Strike 2 call. Throw to first. Oh, safe. I did not expect Jay to throw to first base, but he did, and Johnson almost caught leaning off the bag. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. They dropped it. But, of course, with first base occupied, there'll be no advance. So that's a strikeout there for O'Neill, his first of the game.
Up the bat, number 12, Trenton Ilario.
Trenton Ilario, the center fielder now. He'll bat 1 for 2 with a run scored. Another pickoff move to first, and he's back safe again.
You heard Grandpa.
You heard it. Pitch on the way. Strike call. 0-1. Danny was sitting next to me at the ball game on Tuesday. Bought me a hot dog and fries. What a nice thing to do. I appreciate that. Thanked him very much for that. Fastball away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Jay the stretch and the 1-1. Hit in the air to right center field. On the run is Samuel Formby. He's there. Catch is made. And that's out number 2. Formby drifting over, hit to his left into right center field. But an easy play on the flyout.
Number 8, Jay Sheldon.
Jay versus Jay here. Jay Sheldon, the catcher, 0 for 2 versus Jay O'Neill, the pitcher.
Runner on first, 2 outs. Top half of the 6th inning, Dogs ahead 4-1.
O'Neill comes set and deals. Strike call. Pitch was dropped. I think that pitch was thrown so hard that I think Allred didn't have time to close his glove on it.
Well, he was also bouncing out. He was contemplating throwing behind the runner at first. Got his wig before his wag.
Another pickoff move to first base. That time did catch Johnson leaning, but the throw was a little bit high, so they didn't get him. Count still 0-1 to Sheldon. Swing and a miss. Ball bounced away from Allred, but stays in front of him. No advance over at first. No balls, 2 strikes. Another throw to first. Jay practicing his pickoff moves. Oh, 2 pitch. Upstairs for ball 1. The 1-2. Hit in the air to center field. Little lazy fly ball to Samuel Formby. He's there. He might the catch. So not a bad inning there with 1 strikeout, a couple of flyouts.
So down go the Cass Colonels, leaving 1 runner stranded at first base. But the score remains 4-1 here at Cedartown High School. Take a 60-second timeout. We'll be back to see if the Bulldogs can widen this gap in the bottom half of the 6th.
Timeout.
Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the GHSA and the Georgia Athletic Directors Association.
Shop local and save big at Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown. High-quality hand-cut meats and produce and low-priced national brand-name dry groceries and lots more. And while you're there, stop and get something fresh and delicious from the deli. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10%, 430 South College Street in Cedartown across from the post office. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sundays. That's Penny Pinchers. Cost plus 10% on South College Street in Cedartown.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome back to Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball. Bottom half of the 6th inning about to get underway. The lineup indicates that B.J. Flemister will be pinch hitting for Perkins. And so we'll see if there are any other changes for the Bulldogs. Let's see. We got Flemister batting and then followed by Yarborough. So apparently that's the only change. We'll have Flemister batting for Perkins, and then we'll have Yarborough, and then back to the top of the order, Formby. Cedartown leads by a score of 4-1, bottom half of the 6th inning. about to be underway from the dog pound.
So
Here's Andrew with the call.
I'm guessing Flemister, well, we'll see how the defensive change is. Flemister will take one that goes low and away from the catcher. 1 ball and no strikes. So Perkins was pitching, so he's now out of the game, so you had to replace him in the lineup. I don't think he stayed in the game to play the outfield. Pitch on the way is outside for ball 2. 2-0 the count now to B.J. Flemister. And Jay O'Neill was the designated hitter, now pitching. So baseball lineup theorists out there, do your work out there. Swing and a miss, 2-1. The 2-1 on the way. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, 2-2. The 2-2. Called strike 3, probably the best looking breaking ball we've seen thrown today by Lovett. Out number 1. And BJ just couldn't do anything with it.
Shadows starting to lengthen here at the old ballpark.
And the sun still up, but like you said, the shadows are getting long. And also the shadow of the third base dugout and hitting facility. There's another good breaking ball and a called strike 1 to Jacob Yarbrough, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. But the shadow of that hitting facility is starting to cast over the field as well, part of the foul territory left side. It's low and outside for ball 1. One from Lovett. And I think Yarbrough did check his swing. 2-1.
Cedartown will take at least a 3-run lead into the 7th, which is a good place to be, especially with O'Neill on the mound.
I was about to say,
if he looks as good as he did in the 6th.
2-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. And I wonder if O'Neill starts game 2, however many pitches he has, if he has
I think
just
it
a
would
few.
be tough for the break.
Yeah. 2-2 on the way. Get off the end of the bat and foul there by Yarbrough.
You know, to get him warmed up and to come in and pitch 2 innings and then take that time in between game 1 and game 2 and put him back out there.
Right.
I mean, it would be permissible, but you'd want to be careful with that, making sure he felt good.
2-2 pitch. Breaking ball a bit inside that time. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Samuel Formby waiting on deck. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. So it's a foul tip for strike 3. So it'll be 2 outs and Samuel Formby. Samuel 2 for 2. He's got a run batted in, but I think Coach Johnson was saying, son, if you get on base, don't get caught between the base pads.
You get on base, stay put.
He's been picked off twice in this game, once between first and second, and the second time between third and home. Samuel takes an outside corner called strike. 0-1. The pitch. Same spot, same call, strike 2. I don't think Samuel's going to look at that one again. 0-2. Hit on the ground to first base, picked over there by Tatum. He will head to the bag, and they did get him just barely. And I tell you what, just barely avoided a collision.
Just barely avoided a collision, and I don't want to have a collision with the big first baseman from Cass.
No, sir.
Okay, folks. 6 innings in the books with Cedartown with a 4-1 lead. Jay O'Neill trots back out to the mound. Looks like he's going to try to close it for the Cedartown Bulldogs. We'll take a 60-second timeout and see if the Dogs can hold on to this lead and put a W in the column.
Let's do it. 60-second timeout.
Hey, it's the Border Mexican Restaurant located at 718 North Main Street right here in Cedartown. They serve a wide variety of your favorite Mexican food made fresh daily. Great food, great fun. It's great for the whole family. Come see us at the Border Restaurant right here on Main Street in Cedartown, or you can call for takeout at 678-246-1031. The Border Mexican Restaurant is the best Mexican food north of the border. That's the Border Restaurant right here in Cedartown.
Bradford's Drug Store in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-3100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome back to Bulldogs baseball, folks. Jamie Newsom and Andrew Carter bringing you high school baseball here from Cedartown High School. Cedartown playing the Cass Colonels in a region matchup here at home. 4-1, Cedartown takes a lead into the top half of the 7th inning. See if Jay O'Neill can close the books on the Cass Colonels.
Number 20. Dawson Warner.
Dawson Warner is going to lead off for the Colonels.
We'll see if we can determine who he's hitting for. Pinch hitter to lead off the top of the 7th inning, and O'Neill deals to him. Called strike one. I'll tell you, O'Neill's a tough cookie to see called off the bench. I think he's batting for Kane, but I'm not sure. The pitch. Check swing, but it's a strike anyway, I think. Nothing into the count now to Warner. Oh-2 from O'Neill. Line drive to left field and down for a base hit. So credit Dawson Warner for getting a hit at all, but especially against Jay O'Neill's heat.
Yeah, and that was a clutch 2-strike base hit there. Not a rinky-dink hit. Put good wood on it. Drove it out to left field. One hopper to the left fielder. So no outs. And a runner at first.
Another pickoff move to first, and the runner back safely. That was Warner batting for Kane. So it is Stiles back to the top order. Zach Stiles 1 for 3 with an RBI. That misses away. Ball one. Once again, Jay throws over to first. Jay, the stretch and the pitch. Called strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. 5th inning, Dalton leading 10-1 over Woodland. Pitch. Strike 2 called, 1-2. Altoona all over Southeast Whitfield, 19-0. That's a final score, run rule. 6th inning, Cartersville 4-0 lead over Hiram. Pitch. Strike 3 called. Got him looking for the first out. That's the second strikeout for Jay O'Neill. And one gone here in the top of the 7th.
Nick Wright.
Second time that Stiles has struck out today. Nick Wright now the shortstop. And Jamie, he's 1 for 3. Another pickoff move to first. Once again, back safely is the runner, Dawson Warner. O'Neill deals. Fouled off. Strike 1.
One of the rare breaking pitches we've seen from O'Neill in this outing.
0-1. Came back with something off speed.
For the most part, in these 2 innings, he said, here's my fastball, hit it.
I would say, what, 2-seamer?
Yeah.
It's fouled away down the right side, 1-2. Yeah, his 4-seamer about 90, 91. And that 2-seamer with a lot of trying to throw that with some movement. 1-2. Down low and into the dirt, 2-2.
Good block up by the catcher to keep that in front of him. Ball in the dirt. Eat it off the chest protector.
2-2 from O'Neal. Swing and a miss. It's a foul tip for strike 3, and that is out number 2. The Colonels down to their final out.
They are in that.
Number 4, Hunter Lovett.
And it will be Hunter Lovett, the starting pitcher. 0-2 with a strikeout. Pitch to him. Strike called, 0-1. Game 2 will follow after this one. Another throw back to first base, and sliding back in is Warner. Sam Branch will join me on the mic for Game 2 of the doubleheader, Game 3 of the series. 0-1. Outside, 1-1. One delivery. Foul back to the screen, 1-2.
So the Colonels down to their last strike as they trail the Bulldogs by a score of 4-1. Runner on first base.
1-2 pitch to Lovett. Outside for ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cartersville, by the way, their pitcher Nate Russell throws a no-hitter, their second straight no-hitter, a 4-0 win over the Hiram Hornets. In other region action. Here, it's 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. The pitch. Popped up, and that'll slide out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. O'Neal deals. Called strike 3. And that's your ball game, Jamie.
That is, in fact. Cedartown High School comes out victorious against the Cass Colonels. Cedartown scored. There was no runs in the first inning. Cedartown put up 3 in the second. No runs in the third. Cedartown put up a 4th run in the 4th. Answered in the top of the 5th by Cass, and that's where the score remained until the end of the game. 4-1, Cedartown. Do we have the line on O'Neal? We gave the line on Perkins. O'Neal comes in relief. 2 complete innings pitched, gave up 2 hits, no runs, no base on balls, and how about this? 4 strikeouts in 2 innings. So that's an outstanding 2 innings of relief for O'Neal. So 2 good pitching performances. Perkins to get us to the 5th with 5 innings pitched, giving up 3 hits, 1 run, that run being an earned run, no base on balls, and 3 strikeouts. So you look at that. Between those 2 pitchers, 7 innings pitched and did not give up a free pass.
Yeah, that's the stat that sticks out to me.
Sticks out.
Yeah, is the 0 walks. We did have a couple of hit batsmen, but that was it. And really, it was a no-hitter for a good while until the Colonels were able to scratch a couple of hits up. 4 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors for the Bulldogs. 1 run, 5 hits, and 3 errors for the Cass Colonels. Well, the Dogs have taken the series. They're going to try to sweep it in about 25 minutes or so. So we hope you'll join us for that. Sam Branch will.
Yep, I'm going to tag out. Tell you wonderful folks from Cedartown, or if you're listening from Cass or wherever it is you're tuned in via the internet or watching on Facebook Live, whatever you're doing, I'm going to sign off. Say good night, God bless, and go Dogs, and tag out for Sam Branch to help Andrew out on the next game in this series. As always, whenever you hear the Bulldogs play,
you'll hear them on the Big Double A.
He's Andrew Carter.
See,
we traded it out time. I threw you a curveball and it froze you.
Oh, no, I swung and missed.
You swung
struck out.
Missed. Yeah, he's Andrew Carter.
And he's Jamie Newsom.
Whenever you hear the Bulldogs play, they're right here on the Big Double A. We love you, folks. Good night. God bless.
W291